How's it going, everybody? So it is Friday, May 10th. May? Is it May? Oh God, that sounds horrible to say. Anyway, day before the first race of the year for me. There are already 2 races in the books down there at Central Missouri Speedway. This will be my first race of the year. Long story short, or long story long, however you want to look at it, I've got a little bit of maintenance work to do before tomorrow. Also, I've got a busy day with my daughter tomorrow. She's got 2 soccer games. So I'm going to try to tidy up any kind of loose ends that I've got. We scaled the car Tuesday night, took it down to my cousin's house. Huge shout out to Don. He was a great dude, helped me out, put me back on the right path. Got some different springs in this thing, got some different shocks put on it. Hopefully it'll help out with the whole handling situation. So tonight I'm just going to kind of go over everything, make sure all the bolts are tight on it, probably grind some tires, and then we'll take off again tomorrow, and first thing in the morning get everything loaded up. That way, while they're doing their soccer thing, the car will be ready, and all we have to do is come home and jump in it, start heading down there to the racetrack. Guys, if you made it in the video this far, please like, share, subscribe, do all those things. Greatly appreciated. Stand by for a fairly lengthy video. See ya. Oh God, I'm too fat for this. Car's in there. I'm gonna get the tires yanked off of it. I'm gonna just grind tires. It's really not all that fun to watch, guys, but I'll do like a montage or something, and we can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and for those of you who watched the last video, I'm a little skittish about walking anywhere around the walls right now because we had 2 very large snakes in here. They're just black snakes. They weren't nothing real crazy. They're not venomous. They're pretty harmless. They're actually really good to have around your house because they take care of all the little rodents, all your, your mice and lizards and stuff like that. With that being said, I still don't want to run into one by accident. They scare the shit out of me. So I'm kind of being a little cautious right now. Yeah, if you want to see something kind of funny, go back and watch the last video that I did. It's called Snakes in a Race Car. So. Yeah, now just imagine that like 3 more times. That's all it is. So, the other night, when I had it scaled, we changed the spring, and the one that's over there we go. And I may not have got all the bolts tightened back down on it, so before I throw this tire back on it, I'm going to tighten all the bolts up. And we're going to put tires on. Well, this is why we go over the car thoroughly before we go to the racetrack. So this right here is a weight jack. It goes on the spring. You can adjust it up and down to help you help in the corners a little bit. Also helps get ride height correct. Now the problem that I'm having is there's supposed to be a nut right there. It's in my hand because there's not enough thread left on there to get that thing to jam on there. and I really don't want to pull the weight jack out because that spring, like I said, we went over this thing with a fine-tooth comb the other night to get the weights right on it, and I really don't want to take it out of there, but I don't think I have a choice at this point. I'm going to have to pull it out and just run the nut on the bottom side as a jam nut so it doesn't come out of there. I'll measure the spring, that way whenever I go to put it back on I can, you know, get it half-assedly close. If anything, I'm going to crush it a little bit more than what it is. I don't want it to be too tall. So we're going to do this the easy way. 1, 2, 3. See, just like that, it's fixed. Jam nuts on there like it needs to be. Man, that way is so much easier. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this one short tonight because it is almost time for a good old iRace. Will not be streaming it. If you guys like that sort of thing, I'm over on Twitch, Pigpen13, PIGPIN13. Come check me out. Do a lot of iRacing, do a lot of first-person shooter stuff. Come hang out over there. We'll greatly appreciate the follow over there. You don't have to sub, just come hang out. It'd be so awesome. I am an affiliate on Twitch, so I do get a little bit of a revenue stream from them. It's literally not very much. I'm pennies, but it's better than nothing. So anyway, good morning. Well, it is 8:30 Saturday morning, and got the car down off the jack stands last night. Got tires prepped. I got all our, I checked all our connections, made sure everything was pretty solid. All bolts are tight, ready to go. About the only thing I got to do now is just kind of give it a good once over with the rag, because it's dusty as shit. The bad part about grinding tires while the tires are on the car is you get dust everywhere, tire dust everywhere. So I'm gonna run some invisible glass over it and clean it up real nice and neat. I've got about 3 hours before we have to go to my daughter's soccer game. We'll be there till 3 o'clock probably, because she's got 2 games a day, doubleheader. Last one of the year for her. Then other than that, we're gonna come back and get loaded up. Yep, that ain't going nowhere. Alright, it is about 5 minutes away from go time. Loaded up, got everything situated where it needs to be. Got about almost not quite an hour drive to get to the racetrack. I don't really have like nerves, so to speak, but I do have that nervous energy where it's like I can't sit still for more than like a minute or two. So that's good. Trying to be even keel about it as possible. That way, you know, I don't want my nerves getting the best of me. Anyway, guys, short break, and then we will be at the racetrack. All right, we have made it to Central Missouri Speedway. Waiting for the wife to get done in the bathroom, and then we are gonna go find a place to park. Then I gotta do all the driver sign-in stuff, all the driver sign-in stuff. So, got here kind of early, just because I knew I still had to do a bunch of paperwork once I got down here, so we made a trip down here pretty early. So, looks like it's gonna be a fun night. It's pretty warm, about 78 degrees. Hopefully the track is nice. It's not, you know, super wet and rutted up. We'll see how that see how that turns out. Alright, we just finished hot laps. This thing turns really good. Still got a little bit of a hard stumble in the corner. I think that just may be a fuel issue. We shall see. Really impressed. Really impressed with it as far as turning goes. It actually wants to go into the corner now and feels really good, so we'll see what happens. Alright, well, that went about as expected. Dude got sideways right in front of me. I had absolutely nowhere to go but evasive action. Nothing major hurt, so now I've got a problem with the motor. It has a really hard stumble about 5,000 RPMs, so let's see what's going on with that. Anyway, car handles a whole hell of a lot better now, so that's awesome. Now we just got to go out and run the feature.
Is it your switch?
Yeah.
Come on, you motherfucking start up.
Sunday morning. Car is in one piece. Traffic is already picking up outside. It's about, I don't know, 9:30, almost 10 o'clock. All in all, I'm gonna say that was a... Really, bro? Calm down, man. Anyway, I'm gonna chalk that up as a good night because we finished the feature. So you don't normally... Well, let me start over. All in all, it was a really good night. We finished the feature, which last year I'd never made it to the checker flag in a feature race out of the 6 or 8 times that I went. So that's a win in my book. Got some stuff to sort out on the car. I have apparently gained some weight, and my lap belts don't necessarily meet anymore, so I'm going to have to adjust those a little bit. Got a really hard stumble. I think it's the distributor. I'm going to chalk it up to the distributor because I've kind of fought that thing off and on here and there. So we're going to figure that part out. And there was some other little stuff that I need to kind of work on, but nothing real major. Other than that, man, it's been a good week. It was a great night of racing. The car actually, when it was running, handled really well. So having my cousin scale it for me and everything, that was awesome. That was the key to making that thing go better. I felt so much more confident in the car. All in all, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this one. I'm not gonna do like a montage of unloading or anything like that. I'll spare you guys that boringness. But and I've got a ton of washing to do. The track was a little muddy, not too bad, but muddy enough to you're gonna spend a little extra time scrubbing up. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you can, like, share, subscribe, do all those things. We will catch you next time.